Okay, it is December 1st, and it is 7 o'clock. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Is there a motion to start the meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Councilmember Epps will be absent this evening. Is there a motion to excuse Councilmember Epps?
I'll make that motion to excuse Councilmember Epps from the meeting tonight.
Second?
I'll second that motion as stated.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, ayes have it. This meeting is now open. Okay, first order of business is a moment of silence. I'm sorry, pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now we can have a moment of silence. Think about those who are shut in, our service people overseas, and all those who need assistance. Okay. Can we also have a moment of silence to think about all the wonderful things we have in our lives, the breath that we breathe every day and the water we drink, and all those wonderful things. All right, thank you. Okay. Moving on, we now have Mr. Barr coming into the meeting. How you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Good to hear it. Yes,
It's been a very difficult month.
I bet it has. So we're so happy to see you. We thought you weren't gonna come. Don't you have such?
Why not?
Oh, we just thought you was dealing with getting things done.
We're still without a lot of things. For everybody who doesn't know, we had a fire in our house in the third quarter of the Redskins, the Patriots game. And
Sorry to hear that.
it was very, very minor fire that did a lot of damage and scared the death out of me, because if it had gone 5 minutes longer without my knowing about it, I'd be less one member of my family. So, I mean, it was dangerous.
Well, we are so happy to hear that you're all fine.
We are fine and doing well and feel like a very blessed family.
Good to hear it. Absolutely.
Very blessed.
Blessed. Blessings. Thank you. Okay. Okay, we'll start with the mayor's report. Also, I want to mention that Mr. Baton will not likely be in attendance for this meeting, but he should be here for the work session. We will have a work session that will follow directly after this meeting. So just to let everybody know that. Okay, for mayor's report, a couple of things I want to say. We had a wonderful meeting at the Port Towns Family Wellness Center, which is down off of 43rd Avenue, with delegates Fanale and Delegate Talo a few weeks ago, and they'll be putting in a bond bill in order to help create some sustainability there. We will be working on, they are doing door knocking by their interns to talk with people and find out what the needs of the community is. They are also looking forward to having a transition home for homeless pregnant women, and we want to see how we can assist in doing that. So we'll be talking about perhaps one of the homes in the neighborhood that have been stagnant and unused or vacant. Maybe we can partner with them on that. So we'll be looking into what possibilities exist for that as well. Also, Port Towns Community Health Partnership meetings. I had a couple of those over the last month, and in those meetings, we've been talking about the partnerships last year funding is this year. which will likely be $200,000, but this is the last year. And so Kaiser Permanente, who is the primary funder, wants the Port Towns Community Partnership to have a home. And so right now, the two places that they're looking is the Port Towns Community Development Corporation and the Port Towns Family Health and Wellness Center, or otherwise creating a new nonprofit altogether. So we'll be continuing having conversations like every other week over the next several weeks to come up with some solution. We have to have a concept paper done by January 1st. To say how is that going to work out. Also, we had the legislative dinner, which was on the 14th of or the 16th of November, which was wonderful. This room was packed full, solid. Our theme was to celebrate our green eco district and to celebrate all the things that we've been doing in the community in order to build an eco district for the Port Towns. I also want to report that our audit has been completed, and I will just read a couple things from this audit report from the auditors. It says, we noted no transactions entered into by the governmental unit during the year for which there is a lack, no transactions entered into by the governmental unit during the year for which there was a lack of authoritative guidance or consensus. All significant transactions have been recognized in the financial statements in the proper period. Accounting estimates are an integral part of the financial statements prepared by management and are based on management's knowledge and experience about past and current events and assumptions about future events. The financial statements disclosed are neutral, consistent, and clear. And so, of course, there's more, but I wanted to make sure that everybody at least heard the auditor said we're just doing a good job so far. So we're in good shape. And this is always open to the public if they wish to see it. All right, next order of business, council reports. Ward 1.
Okay, good evening all. I want to say that thank everybody for coming out to the Veterans Day ceremony, November 11th. Remember, that was real nice. And Tracy, thank you for the wonderful pictures and all that were there. And I want to remind everybody to come on out and visit the Port Towns Family Health and Wellness Center down on 43rd Avenue and get your blood pressure taken and HIV testing, smoking classes, and a lot more. The Community Coffee Club / Neighborhood Watch meeting was attended here November the 16th at 7 o'clock here at the Town Hall with Chief Gibson and Sergeant Sims, the Code Enforcer Rick Queen, and the Council, and it was a very successful meeting, and I encourage you to come on out to other meetings. Some of the discussions we talked about was checking on the neighbors and locking your car and removing phones and tablets and, you know, making sure things are safe, noise complaints, suspicious people in vehicles, rooming houses and parking that exceeds 48 hours or more. Also, any student that needs community service hour, I want you to contact Renee Watts with the Recreation here at the Town Hall. And there's free fruits and vegetables at Bladensburg Community Center at 4500 57th Avenue on the third Thursdays of each month from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Also, I want you to check on a neighbor during the holiday season. And don't forget to check your batteries and with your smoke detectors and everything, and your electric cords and your trees. Make sure you have water, and just be safe for the holidays. Give someone a kind word, give someone a hug, and I wish all of you a Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
All right, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, good evening, everyone. Okay, the Recreation Center continues to have open gym every Monday from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. and every Wednesday and Thursday, September the 8th. On March the 31st, the Recreation Center had reserved the gym for volleyball, basketball, track from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. with the Washington Math and Tech Charter School in D.C. and the speed and track school. Every Friday, the Recreation Center has co-ed volleyball from 4 to 8 p.m. Every Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturday, the Recreation Center continues with its Zumba workout. This is a free-based program. The exercise room has its regular 5 people this month. 3 new members this month. We have administered 17 IDs for the exercise room and the open gym. The computer usage is a total of 5 regular Colmar Manor residents, except for 1 person. The Recreation Center is continued to making IDs for admission. I have been updating the waiver for the upcoming edition of IDs. The recreation meeting will be held every first Monday of the month at 7 p.m. No meeting for the month of October. The Maryland National Capital Park and Planning agreed to contribute arts and crafts for our Christmas party on December the 19th from 4 to 7 p.m. An attendance exercise and computer sheet will accompany this report. We had 12 children to get community service hours for the legislative dinner. Also, several adults offered assistance. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jackson?
Oh, yes. Good evening. Thank you all for watching us or tuning in on YouTube to see us. Just want to say it's the first month of December. Want to say a happy birthday to Councilmember Blue.
Thank you.
She'll be turning 26. Actually, for my ward, mayor and council, I just have a citizen just wanted to know with the upcoming year if we could post our agenda ahead of time so they can decide if they want to come to attend, especially when we're having guest speakers. So I did tell the resident that we're more than happy to do that, but it's subject to change because we do
Right.
change our agendas.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
I want to say,
Facebook or,
well, I guess on the door, Facebook, however.
oh, okay.
Just so they know that what's coming.
What's going to be on those
What's gonna be on the
agendas?
agenda.
Okay,
So
that
they
makes
know.
sense. Mm-hmm.
For the month of December, every year in December, we have a contest with decorating the homes. On December the 16th, we'll have volunteers from not in our area come and decorate the beautiful Christmas decorations that's in each ward. So we look forward to announce the winner at our next meeting. Also, the chief will have Santa with the badge, which is on December the 11th. If you know someone, your neighbor, someone in your ward, or someone that you know that child could come and have, I guess is it shop with the shop with the chief,
with the
shop with the
badge.
cop. I'm sorry, shop with the badge. Please let the chief know about that. As you all probably know, Councilmember Epps is not here tonight, but she wanted me all to let you know that she's having a Black History meeting, which will be this Thursday on the 3rd. Thank you.
All right. And the Green Team meeting is tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I want to also say that on December 12th, the fire department, along with some of our staff, will be going knocking door to door to talk to people about fire safety,
Right.
and especially in the winter months and type
Are they
of things
passing
that
out
we've
smoke
done.
detectors? You don't know?
I don't know, but most of the time when they have things up here, they bring smoke detectors, but I don't know if they were specifically going
So
to.
if
That's all.
anybody needs one, that would be the time to ask for one.
Right, yes, yes. So,
Do you know if they'll come in and check to make sure your smoke detectors is adjusted correctly?
what I understood is that if people are willing to let them come in, that they
Yeah,
will do that kind of thing. Otherwise, they're just really going to explain things to people. But my understanding is, yes, if people want to say, check my things, that they would do that.
Right.
All right. Before we go any further, I want to offer Councilmember Blue happy birthday.
Thank you.
Coming up soon. Sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Blue. Happy birthday to you. And
Thank
many
you.
more.
26.
All right, and we got some cake up here, if anybody wants some cake afterwards. Okay, so Ms. Baton isn't here. Mr. Barr will give us overview of the treasurer's report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The Treasurer's Report for November 30th, 2015, in your packets for this meeting, shows that in the month of November, the town received $47,849.60 worth of revenue, for a total of $830,773.48 of revenue for the year to date, fiscal year to date, on a budgeted amount of $2,353,690. The expenditures for general government during that period of time were $59,264.79. For the Lawrence Street building were $72,151.68. For Public Works, $18,650.23. And for the community center, $3,630.14. And last, for public safety, for $25,910.77. Our cash on hand shows that in the SunTrust checking account, we have $78,295.63. In the payroll account, $20,000, and in the Maryland local government investment pool, $863,430.21, for a grand total of $961,725.84. This is the Treasurer's Report for December 1st, 2015, and I ask that the council approve it.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the budget?
I'll make it motion as stated.
The second?
I'll second it.
In discussion? I just want to point out for anybody interested, the percentages in the last column basically gives you a run as to the percentage we are to budget. At this time of the year, you could expect to be at about 41% of the budget. Revenues are a little bit higher at 50%, which is primarily because a large amount of revenue comes in October for property taxes, which is pretty much half of property taxes. So that would be larger. For all of the other accounts, you'll see areas there it's less than 41%, which means that we're within budget in all of these cases, well within budget. As a matter of fact, if we stay in this trajectory, we might save some money, which would be really nice. That's about it. Anybody else have any discussion?
I see that the garden club is doing very well.
What's
As
the
far as
number?
The garden club is 4125.
4125.
4125.
First page. Second.
Oh, yeah. Really
So
good.
I'm proud.
Yes.
Proud of the garden club, so we're trying to be sustainable.
That's right. That's how you get sustainability.
We budget
is
for
to keep it.
500 and we're way above.
That's right. Okay, wonderful. And I also will mention that I'm hoping that we will, the plan is to start the cooking classes in January.
Great.
Yeah.
So there should be a series of cooking classes in English, and then there'll be a series of cooking classes in Spanish, and then there'll be a time to bring everybody together and do so excited about that. We also have the signatures for the second garden, so we're hoping to hear back soon, if we get that. It's all. and ready for the spring. Okay, I'll call for a vote. Is there any other discussion? Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye.
Ward 4 is absent, and the mayor votes aye. Thank you, Mr. Barr. Okay, now the chief is out. His wife had surgery, and he is there with his wife to look after her, and we all hope her well recovering. And so I will offer the report from the chief. There was no significant incidences. There was nothing to report on follow-up. There were no department issues, no personnel issues. There was a special operation. The Maryland Vehicles Investigation and Security Division came into town with all of our officers on November 19th and did a drive around town to find out if there were cars with out-of-state tags. And they were able to recover $4,000 in lost revenue to the state. They cited all of the out-of-state tags, and they trained our staff on how to do this going forward. Also, our police officers, from our request, the mayor and council, have been doing knock and talk. And as of September, they've been through 75 homes to talk to people. The chief writes that most residents have commented on the decrease in crime in town and how quiet it is. There was no complaints of police officers not being seen in town. Some people did complain of the loud music associated with parties on the weekends, parked vehicles occupied overnight in Ward 3 and 4, and reduction of speeding cars in Ward 4, and the reduction in speeding cars in Ward 4 due to the recent installation of a speed bump. There are some people not answering their doors as officers do their knock and talk, but a return visit is being done. Officers are leaving crime prevention materials, business cards, and notes to contact them with issues. So I thank the chief and officers for going out and being visible in that area. And we'll continue to do this on a regular basis, maybe every quarter or so. The chief went to a Media Matters training at the Prince George's Police Department headquarters. Officer Lynch went to a drug evidence training. Prince George's Community Association, okay, Officer Bates, NPs, went to an in-service training, and then Officer Sims went to a training coordinators update class. And there's the details of the specific report that the chief puts out. That if you want it, you can always get the details behind the report. But that's a summary of the report. Is there a motion to accept the chief's report?
Sure, I'll make that motion as stated.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Ward 1. Any discussion?
Just want to thank the chief and his staff for going to do the knock and talk. That's very much needed, and we really appreciate it. And residents, if you're not home, please, he's leaving your card. If you're not available at that time, contact him. He will have a one-on-one discussion with you how we can improve our neighborhood. I mean, we know we have the cops, but we also have to get involved.
That's right. Thank you for that. It is. It's very important. If you know, a lot of people have been saying this lately, especially with the Paris incident, the tragedy in Paris, and then also last week at the Planned Parenthood. If you see something, say something. And it's a sort of a slogan, but I like it, and it really means something. And I know a lot of people will see things and just sort of brush it off. But if you see something, it's not just about terrorism. It's also about basic, crimes in town, especially coming around the holidays. If you see something, say something. Thanks. Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye.
The mayor votes aye. Thank you very much, Chief. All right, next order of business is we have no unfinished business and we don't have any new business, so we're down to the committee reports. Mr. Mutchler isn't here. Does anybody have anything to report on the seniors? We had a wonderful luncheon.
Lovely,
And,
lovely luncheon.
Yeah, and we're getting ready for our Christmas luncheon for our seniors
On that's
on December the 9th.
December the 9th. And Also, I want to thank Judy Myers, as usual, our office manager, for the wonderful job that she does in putting these luncheons together. Very much appreciated. Thanks. Okay, Garden Club. We have Miss Leslie.
Hi, I'm Leslie Mitchell, and I'm going to do the Garden Club report for Carrie Biggs Adams today. So I live on Monroe Street, and I'm in the Garden Club, and our community garden had a great event, a work day that was very successful with the help of End Times Harvest Ministry. We were able to get the garden ready for winter and get everything kind of taken out. A few of our gardeners are going to continue and have a winter garden, so we'll look for that to happen. And we want to encourage people to sign up if they're interested in being in the garden club. We're hoping to get as mentioned earlier, to get our new Eastern garden built, and we're going to look forward to maybe doing that in the spring, and are working with the mayor and council to get the funding to establish this new garden. If anyone's interested in this, information will be sent out in January to sign up to, get a box for the growing season. Also, our rain garden is paid off for the work we've done. There's been a lot of new planting there. I encourage people to go by and look at it, and we've installed a drip watering system that's successful. And we need to thank Rufus Lusk and the Chesapeake Bay Trust for the support they've provided. I'm also going to do the Green Team report because
Great, thank you.
I'm here to do it. So the Green Team sponsored with the help of Kaiser Community Health Partnership, an all-day permeable paver training on November 14th, and more than 40 people attended and were certified as installers. Installations are being scheduled for spring, and good green jobs are coming out of our eco district as a result. The Green Team will meet tomorrow on Wednesday night, and anyone is welcome to join as the plans for the new year are being made. The meeting takes place in the outreach room, and it will begin at 7 p.m. The next idea is getting contractors' rain barrel rebates and rain check rebate program going. And an announcement will be made in the town newsletter. That's all.
Thank you very much. Is Carrie going to be at the Green Team meeting tomorrow? Okay, so she usually brings food.
Yeah, I think that there's going to be a dinner beforehand, as usual.
6:30.
Per the
Around 6:30
Yeah,
or so?
6:30.
Okay,
Yes, that's the word I'm hearing.
Right, okay, and everybody pitches in to pay something, so it's usually about $2 or $3, $4 maybe
Yeah.
afterwards. So
A
we
nice
thank that.
holiday dinner tomorrow night.
Yes, thank you so much for that. And I'm so glad you mentioned the papers. I completely forgot about the training, and I do want to say I was so incredibly impressed. It was wonderful
Yes,
training. It was a full house, and we had to bring in extra chairs and everything for the event. I had told somebody, well, if we get 12, I'm going to be happy. But we have 40.
Yes,
And most of them were right from this community, and I was very, very excited. I got to thank Carrie, and I also want to thank Kim. Oh God, what's the last name? Knox. Kim Knox from the Port Towns Community Health Partnership, but she put so much effort and energy into this as well. So we really appreciate it, and I just want to do more stuff like that. So anybody have any green job trainings that they would like to do, this facility is here for that purpose, and we love to continue to do that. All right. Without further ado, what was I going to say? Something else. Oh, I wanted, since we're going to have a work session afterwards, I will say what's on this work session so that anyone's interested will know what we're about to talk about. We'll give you the details at the next town meeting if you would like to have them. We'll be talking about hosting PGCMA in March meeting. We'll be talking about office hours for Christmas and the New Year's. We'll be talking about a staff holiday party. There is some budget adjustments that Mr. Baden is going to suggest to us. We're going to talk about health insurance for the town staff, and potentially, it's open enrollment right now for the Maryland Health Exchange, so we want to talk about that. We want to talk about preparing to maintain the median strips, and with an update on where we are on that. We're supposed to be getting a proposal, put out RFP and get some proposals on that, so that by the time we get to the spring, we can maintain these medians on a regular basis. We'll be talking about election rules. Next year is an election here in town for all 4 council members, and we want to start to make sure we have the materials and everything in order, so that anyone who's signing up for the election will know what those rules are. We'll be talking about standard operating procedures across the board within the town staff. We're not going to talk about, but one of the things that we are been talking to our chief about has been police coverage for rentals. Whenever there is alcohol sold served at a rental, we have to have police, and because we're renting so much more, we don't have the coverage. Or we're starting to not have the coverage. It's starting to get difficult. So the chief is now looking to other towns and Prince George's County Police to sign them up to be able to be available for our rentals. And that's all we're going to cover. There are a couple of other items on here, but we're not going to cover them at this meeting. So that's where we'll be. Okay. All right. Okay, without any further ado, my next question would be, does anybody have anything exciting to offer? Anything happening in your life that's very exciting and energizing? We already heard that Mr. Barr is so happy. He and his family are here.
My granddaughter, Shamaya, in Ohio, had straight A's and 1 B.
Ooh.
And she's 17. She's turned 17, so I'm very proud.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Well, I'm going to say 31 years ago today, I gave birth to my first daughter.
Wow. She's the same age as Blue.
Yeah. So I'm going to say happy birthday, Shakira. I'm very excited to see my children growing up. I can't believe I have a 31-year-old daughter, but I have a 32-year-old son. So that's very, very exciting. I also want to say, I saw something wonderful today, which was a 1-month-old baby. Miss Camille has a great-granddaughter, and she was 1 month old, and that was beautiful. It's always beautiful to see new life. Anybody else?
Well, I'm go ahead, Cynthia.
Well, I'd like to say happy birthday to my nephew, Robert Bowden. He turned 6 years old.
Oh, great.
All right. I just
Good
want
age.
I'm grateful that my daughter and my nieces and nephew were able to come home from college or from their other destination to spend time with us Thanksgiving. I know my mom is proud because to have all her grandkids in one area, we try to really stick close together. I know she's looking down smiling. So I'm so grateful for my family.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Always there for me. Grateful.
Yes, well, I'm grateful also for my family and friends and the community. And I want to say I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving is a great time to really reflect and really think about all the things you're grateful for. Since we will not be meeting again, I want to wish everybody a wonderful, wonderful Christmas and holiday season for all.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
safe.
Thank you all, and safe. Please be safe. All right, so is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion as stated.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. This meeting is adjourned.
Right.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you, Leslie.
Thank you, Leslie, for coming.
Thank you.